guys, Crystal here, back with Shining Pearl. Last time we defeated Gardenia. And wait, how do you polish the badge without a touch screen though? Cause the badge got the Oilberg badge has gotten dirty. Surely they don't just go dirty and stay like that forever. How do you... Oh, I know how! If you're playing in handheld mode, then it is a touch screen. So maybe you have to play in handheld to be able to polish them, like in the originals. Anyway, last time we defeated Gardenia, and we did gain the ability to use Cut out of battle, so we could go up to that mysterious building. But there's one thing we need to take care of first. Last time, Honey here tried to evolve, and we can't have that, and I had to mash B because Honey had the wrong cloak, and when it evolves, the cloak becomes permanent. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in this forest, and we're going to grind just a little bit. Normally I don't make you guys watch grinding, but I'm just going to do it because then we need Honey to evolve with the leafy cloak, because when it evolves, the cloak becomes permanent and the cloak determines the type. And if you're just joining me for the first time for some reason, and you noticed that the title mentions that this is a monotype grass-only challenge, you might be wondering why I let myself catch a Burmy, because it is actually not a grass type, it is a pure bug type. However, Wormadam, with the leafy cloak, is a grass type. And that's good enough for me. I was willing to bend the rules a little bit and catch a Burmy, because the grass type options in the Sinnoh decks are so limited that I was willing to bend the rules, and I was like, well, I don't have a lot of options, so I'm going to use Wormadam on this team. So that's why we needed to make sure that I also needed to make sure to catch a female Burmy, because male Burmies evolve into Motham, but here we also need to make sure to make it evolve with the leafy cloak. That reminds me, in the anime when they met Cheryl, Cheryl was actually getting the full collection of... actually no, I don't think she was going for the collection on purpose. I think she just really wanted a Motham. But the first 3 Burmies that she caught all happened to be female, so she happened to have the collection of Wormadams, and she must have done some traveling to evolve them in different places, because she also did have the collection of the 3 different cloaks. So she must have evolved her Burmies in different places to have their cloaks become permanent in those different cloaks. But anyway, she had the 3 Wormadams, and then she made sure to get a male Burmy, which she actually did a funny thing where she figured out, she saw the Burmy in the wild, and the first thing she did was have her Chansey use Attract to see whether the Attract does anything, to find out whether it's male. And she explained that to Ash and the others. She was like, I used Attract first, and oh look, now the Burmy's in love, now I know it's a boy. They also reused that plot they've done a few times where they're trying to get a Pokemon to evolve, so they're like trying to go easy on it to give it a win. I know they've done that at least twice, because they also back in a much earlier episode did that plot with a Paris. I remember that. Pikachu did the tiniest little electric jolt, and the Paris was still hurt because it was really weak. yeah, they kind of repeated that plot with Cheryl's Burmy. And then there was this whole plot where Team Rocket stole the Burmy because they wanted the Mothim, because they heard Cheryl saying that Mothim was going to lead her to some sort of treasure. So, you know, they stole her Burmy. They could have just caught their own, but they stole hers, and then they wanted it to evolve. And then there was this funny part where Team Rocket's Pokemon, because they were like, well, our Pokemon are always losing against the Twerps. They're made for losing. So let's put our Pokemon against the Burmy. But then they won, and they were like, why do we only win when we're trying to lose? So there was all that funny stuff. But obviously, they get the Burmy back, and it evolves, and great, I'm paralyzed. That sucks, but it'll be fine. And then the Mothim does lead them to, what was it called? Some place with special honey. Whatever. They also see a Combee wall, which looks cool. It's like a big wall of Combees. You know what else I could do? I just realized, now that we can use Cut out of battle, not only can we go to that other building, but we can go to the old chateau up here. I'm not going to go into it yet, because I don't want Burmy to evolve in there, because that would count as being in a building and not in the forest. So we don't want to screw that up. So we are just going to keep grinding. We're almost there. If you look at the blue experience bar, we are so close to that level up. So we're just going to keep... Oh good, shed skin, that's nice. We are just going to keep grinding here. I know it's not the most entertaining thing for you guys to watch, but we are so close. Come on, Burmy, just keep grinding. And then we're going to evolve it. And then we might actually explore the old chateau, before we go to that, other building, which is run by Team Galactic. Oh, Poison Point! Ugh. Maybe Shed Skin will kick in the next battle. I don't know. So close! So close! Just get that level, please! Hi, Cascoon. That's right, I believe Silcoon and Cascoon are version exclusives. I believe they are. I remember, because a few episodes ago, when I was dealing with the honey trees, I ended up looking up the encounter rates for my Burmy and Cherubi, and when I did, I saw the separate info for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because it showed Silcoon and Cascoon. So now you know, they are version exclusive. Well, sort of. They're not fully exclusive, because you could just catch a friggin' Wurmple and evolve it yourself. It's not locked to the game in the sense that, hey, if you're playing Shining Pearl, it'll always evolve into Cascoon. No. It'll still evolve randomly 50-50 as normal. Speaking of evolving, here we go. Honey is evolving. And here we have our Wormadam. Welcome to the team, Honey. You are officially a grass type. So now I'm not cheating. You are a grass type. Quiver Dance? What does that even do? I don't remember. It ups special attack, special defense, and speed. But we don't even use any special attacks right now. You know what? I'll get rid of Protect anyway, because I pretty much never use Protect. So I'll get Quiver Dance, because if we end up learning special attacks, then great. Moving on, let's check out this place, the old chateau. Oh, I saw that item out there. I'll come back for it later. So the old chateau, I believe, is completely optional. Hi, Ghastly. Magical Leaf. That's right, we learned Magical Leaf last time after the gym battle. Which is good because A, it's just overall stronger than Leafage, but B, it's a special attack, and Cherubi here is better with special attack. A little bit better. Speaking of evolving, because we did just evolve Honey, I'm not sure when Ruby here is going to evolve. I keep forgetting to look it up, because I don't think it's just a level. I think there's something to it, but I'm not 100% sure. Here we have an old gâteau at the old chateau. Now, for those who don't know, a gâteau is a sort of cake type of thing, which means if we picked up an old gâteau, who wants to eat it? Oh, Magical Leaf's not very effective. I didn't realize. Oh yeah, of course, because Ghastly's part poison. And of course our normal moves will have no effect, so grass is all we can do. But yeah, who wants to eat an old cake, you know? Wouldn't it be stale? Unless it's saying, like, it's the old gâteau in the sense that, like, it's an old, recipe. Maybe that's what they're going for, I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure there's an episode in the anime where they do try making old gâteaux. So maybe they're talking about the recipe. Pokemon magazines, even though we're looking at the shelf from the side. Pokemon Pal, Handbook, Adorable Pokemon. Okay. Let's see, what is up here? I didn't play the Sinnoh games all too much as a kid, so I'm not one of those people that has a super great memory of it. Dread plate. So the plates are one of those, hang on, there's text engraved, I'll read that. When the universe was created, its shards became this plate. Okay, so the plates are one of those items that, basically just increases the power of a certain type of move. Oh look, the TV. It's not going to do anything right now. I think you actually have to come back here later to activate that thing that the TV will do. Are these beds functional? They are not. They do not heal you. We do have an encounter here. Yeah, so the plates are just items that, held items that increase the power of a particular type. Even though the games already have something like that with, I believe there's one for every type, like Mystic Water for, water, or like, the, Miracle Seed for grass, charcoal for fire, black glasses for dark, all that stuff. I'll stop. A twisted spoon for psychic. How many can I name? There is, I believe there's a magnet for electric. Okay, I'll stop. But there are also the plates. That's because the plates have a secondary effect where if you use them on an Arceus, yes, I pronounce it that way, shut up. If you use it on an Arceus, it actually changes his type to the type for that plate. And also we got special text when we picked it up, because I guess, well, the plates have a little bit of story to them where they are related to Arceus. Yes, I say Arceus. Which, yes, some people might say, well, officially it's Arceus. Actually, officially, it's sort of both. Some people don't know this. See, originally, it was officially Arceus. There were official sources that said Arceus. But then, they contradicted themselves and had official sources say Arceus. Which, I believe, literally, the reason they did that, and they went back on themselves and changed the official pronunciation, is because it sounds like arse. I'm not kidding, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that's the probable reasoning behind why they changed it to not be Arceus, because it has arse in it. But yeah, because of that, both are technically correct. You might try to tell me, well, no, because they changed it, Arceus is the current correct one. To that I say, well, the Arceus was originally correct. So I'm still going to say that it's... Did you see that? In that room to the right? Also, it's eyes! The painting's eyes! Oh my god. Oh my god. It's only when my character is looking away. Look. It went away when I was looking at it. Oh my god, this is so creepy. Not to mention what I saw in that room to the right. Well, we have an item here. Substitute. Other than that, this room is literally empty. Except for this encounter. But yeah, you might say, because Arceus is the pronunciation they changed it to, that it is more correct. I don't care. Because I've always said Arceus. I'm not going to switch to saying Arceus. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, I'm still going to say Arceus. Because it was correct, and there are still official sources that have it that way, so yeah. I think in the movie that's about Arceus, I think Ash might be saying it. I'm not sure if that movie came before or after all the sources switched. Is there anything useful in this room? There's books and another encounter. Okay, it's just Ghastlies everywhere. But whatever, it's just more wild battles, nothing wrong with that. Confuse Ray is annoying, but that's that. Yeah, I actually didn't... I think I started to say before, I did not play the Sinnoh games a lot as a kid. Like, I was aware of them, but I didn't completely play through them too much. I played more of Hoenn. I didn't play Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum that much. Like, I'm sure I have played them, and I have finished them a few times, just not as much as some people did. I could switch out, but I think I'm just gonna see if I can wake up. Which means my memory of them is not perfect. It's not as good as other people's. Which is why I don't remember the old Chateau that much, because one, I didn't play Sinnoh that much, and two, it's kind of optional, I think. But also the thing with, I'm just going to say it, Rotom, some people say Rotom, some people say Rotom. It's one of those things where it's not a completely different pronunciation, it's more just a difference in which syllable you stress. But anyway, that thing with Rotom, I'm pretty sure it's a difference between Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, where in one of them, I think in Platinum, you can do the Rotom thing, like, early on, like at this point, as soon as you get cut and you can go in. But I think Diamond and Pearl is where you gotta come back way later. I'm not sure how late, I'm not sure if it has to be after the league, or if there's a different point where you can come back. But regardless, and I think the remakes here copied that Diamond and Pearl way which is why we did not see Rotom when we clicked on the TV. See, I had a memory of where you could go straight to getting Rotom, which means I believe that is the platinum way of doing things. No flavor text here, not even on that sign. We found an antidote in the bin though. That one's empty. And that one's empty. Okay, I'll stop checking bins. We have a big long table here. And another encounter. But yeah, I think Platinum, which is what I was remembering, is where you can get Rotom earlier on. Like at this point. Which is what I was remembering and was why I came in here and checked the TV. Because I wasn't sure if we'd see Rotom here. Which, if we did, I would have caught it just for the heck of it. Even though, obviously, it is not allowed on the team. But alas, this is a remake of Diamond and Pearl, and they did it where, the Rotom in the TV is later. But I think we've explored everything here. So, oh, I remembered the item, and let's kill this Wurmple first, and then we'll go get that item. Come on, it's just a Wurmple, just kill it. Yeah, I don't care about speed. You can take my speed down. Just tackle. Ooh, critical. Okay, one more should do it. One more. Okay, tackle. Oh wait, you're tackling first. Okay, me tackle. Me tackle. Okay, good. It's done. Okay, let's see what that item is. It's an ether. Okay. Or is it ether? I never know about that. And it's a Cascern. Well, at least it's not going to hit us. So it doesn't matter that we're low HP. We will just tackle it. If I did want to heal, I could have used Morning Sun as well. But it's a Cascoon, it's just gonna harden. Oh, that means our freaking tackles are gonna get. You know what? I'm just gonna run. I'm just a bit done with this. Now, oh yeah, when you go into buildings and stuff, cut trees will respawn. But let's head back to Eterna City. Now the video length might be slightly shorter than a few other episodes, but I'm not going to head into that Team Galactic base in this one because we have a good stopping point here. I'm not going to just start something when we have the perfect stopping point and it's still around close enough to the usual video length. So, we still made some good progress today. We evolved Honey and we explored the old chateau, even though there's no Rotom there. There was just a few items and encounters. So next time we are going to go into this Team Galactic base. So I'll see you next time for Team Galactic and other things as well. See you next time, guys.